Cheers and welcome my friends, I'm Horath and we are playing Tyranny as a noble mage. Welcome back. Some changes that I've made in between episodes. I have decided to bring Siren back because we're gonna go into Scarlet Chorus land soon. And I want to see how she reacts, what she has to say to the voices of Horath if we actually meet him and manage to take him down. And I do think that we are now quite ready for maximum magical madness, which means having 4 casters and no tank. So what I've done is I've given her a bunch of spells that should basically help stop enemies from pestering us. She does have the Grave Grasp, paralyzing and putting people in a stasis field. She does have the Flash to Stone thing with increased accuracy and all that. She also has the Haste, which does help quite a bit. And then she also has the Searing Palm. She has basically the close range expression things put up. Actually, we can look at the spells better from here. So she has 103 lore skill, which is the lowest. It's still pretty nifty, but not amazing. So yeah, she has that one. She has that one. She has that one, the Frozen Grasp to freeze enemies. We're basically going to use her as a crowd controller. You can see that if that one hits, then the person will be frozen for nearly 30 seconds, which is pretty nice. Mage Fire is also good. This one is just going to be there to sort of push people around. At least that's my plan. That's going to make her faster, reduce her recovery time. That's going to be her self buff. That's why I've given it that thing over here, the Sigil of Rapid Casting. Removes the recovery time after casting Material Force and Guarded Form spells. And then she has a massive healing buff with 50% health. And then she has a Rhyme Spike, at least one damaging spell amongst them all. So that's what I want to have on her. I've also given the other 2 healing spells of the same nature. And Lantry also has that one because he is our healer, so he has the Vital Body thing. And I've given Lantry this spell, the Grave Grasp, so that he can also paralyze and put people in a stasis shield. I've thrown out this one over here, the Ball Lightning, to make that possible. So that's the thing. That's what I want to do here. Oh yeah, right. We wouldn't really need that one anymore. The Umbral Glow with the armor and all, because we don't really have a tank anymore. The idea is to rather sort of freeze and take out all the enemies on the field with our crowd control spells, Petrification and Stasis and all that, and then just lay on the damage and kill them so quickly that they die before they can do anything there. I guess I gotta switch that one out. Do we have a nice spell that could replace that one? These are all the distant impact ones. Oh yeah, I know. We could give her that one. It's a bit too crazy for her, but we can make do. So distant impact. We're gonna go for a very high intensity spell, and we're gonna go for the spell search so that you can push that one out rather quickly. And then I think we might just go for increased range. Cooldown is a little bit high. Oh, let's just go a little bit easier on the range and give her a small cooldown. On the other hand, yeah, no, that's fine. Let's get rid of the Umbral Glow. So that's good. That's good. Right, and that's going to be interesting. Now, I've also leveled her up. I've given her all the points that she has into wits, so that her spell strength is increased. I was thinking about, I mean, she needs 2 points now to go up to level 20 in wits. I could just wait for that one, or I could just give that one into health, because currently she's losing 5 health. That would at least negate that. I mean, she's not going to be very tanky, but none of us really are, so... I'm the weakest of our characters, then Lantry. Ab is the sturdiest. That will make her rather sturdy as well. Yeah, no. I think we're going to wait for the spell strength, so that's fine. But in terms of leveling her, we have basically gone down the Tree of War for a long while, and I think I'm going to continue that. Now, what I want is the area of nightmares down here. Requires 12 points, but it's going to summon an embodied nightmare. That's pretty cool, especially in long, drawn-out fights. The biggest problem is the huge amount of breath that we need, but we do have rapid tempo, which increases the songs to go fast, and she also is going to gain breath at the start of combat. So she's going to have +3 starting breath once it all kicks off, and then the longer it goes, the better. Now I was thinking about giving her the focused song, so she learns to precisely channel her voice towards nearby enemies, gaining an accuracy bonus. That's okay. The Cry of Despair is nice. Her final breath unleashes a potent wave of vengeful emotion. All nearby enemies become weakened, dazed, frightened. That might actually happen now that we have 4 mages. Resonant Field is good. We need 12 points here to unlock that one. And then the Vengeful Pitch maintains a field of sound around her that retaliates, so that's just a passive one. Foe target versus magic, -20% damage for 6 seconds. So whenever she gets hit, they do less damage on her. And then we have the Area of Storms, which takes 7 breaths. And that's an AoE in a 60-degree cone. I mean, it's not crazy great, but it's alright. It's alright. But then we would sort of miss the dual vocalization, capable of singing 2 songs at once. That's pretty powerful, because we could have the freezing one and the Bane of Nights at the same time active. So that would be pretty nifty. Or we could go for a freezing one and the Fatebinder's Victory, for example. That's pretty nice, especially the recovery time that is being reduced. So yeah, not sure about that one. But I think we'll go with this one, so that for the next level up she'll be able to unlock the Area of Nightmares. And then we can just go for the dual vocalization. Make her very powerful. Let's go for it. Save it. That point we're gonna keep. I'm not sure how I'm gonna build her up over here. She's gonna keep her Discordant Melody staff, because that gives her performance skill. And luckily we do have the Forge now. I suppose I can do that. So we can definitely make her more useful. Right. Now what I found out is that Revos over here actually does have leather to sell. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna sell, buy the hide. We're also gonna buy some bronze ingots, iron ingots, basically all that we need. Yeah, trade that, that's fine. I've decided to leave Beric at home so that he can chill a little bit. I've given Sirin her old clothes back, her songbird clothes. Ideally, we won't really have to do anything. The parrying thing is not great though. I guess that must have been left in there. Not sure what I want to do. The entropic thing is not bad. The Rust Charm, 1 armor penetrated by attacks when inflicting crits. Critical deflection, hit precision. That's pretty nice. I think we're just gonna go with that one. Bring up her precision a little bit. Doesn't really do it. Jewel of Fortune, 5% hit precision, so it should show 6. Oh no, it's not showing it because it isn't across the board. So hit to crit is increased to 6%. That's not great. That's really not great. What does Beric have on him? Oh, the spire allows for such a long and uninterrupted view. Beric glances over the edge with hesitation and then shivers. I find restraint and limitations more to my liking. Though it is nice to feel a breeze running through these plates of solid rust.
My Lord Binder, you have something which requires my attention?
Beric salutes as he turns to greet you.
What can I do for you?
Okay, suit up.
If you would have me travel at your side, then I am not opposed to seeing more of this degenerate realm. Onward.
Okay, yeah, let's take Sirin out for a little bit. Let's see what he has. What did I give you? I could take away the regenerating pin. That might be kind of nice. Or we give her the frozen burst, so when she's hit, she releases some frost damage. Yeah, I think we'll go with the regenerating pin. That strikes me as kind of useful, so we're going to give that to Ebb. I mean, I wouldn't mind giving her the Dauntless as well, so that she has a melee thing if she needs it. I only have the dagger and the Harbinger's wings. I have actually less recovery time with the dagger. Yeah, no, we're gonna let him have the weapon. Siren is really just gonna use her staff.
Hello, Fatebinder.
Hello.
What do you need?
So we're gonna.
Well then, let's go.
Okay, we're gonna add her again. Go away, Beric. I'm happy that we had him. He was very useful, but Siren does have a couple of very useful abilities. So let's move to the Sunset Spire again before we actually go to Tunon's court. Now, one of the things that Siren can do is she also has a talent that increases our law and magic gain over here. Plus 20% for control illusions, all the other stuff. That's pretty nifty. So having all three of these guys will make all of our talents go up very fast. At least that's the general idea. Right, so I should have enough to forge the Hierarch's robes now. Hello, where is it? Hierarch's robes. Yep, I got enough, so get to it. Chop, chop. And then we want to forge a little bit of stuff. Oh yeah, and I've given myself the Sensor's Grip, because it does actually have the kindling on weapon crit, foe, target versus parry, burning for 11.4 seconds in a range of 6 meters. That's pretty nice. And it does reduce my recovery time a little bit, so that's good. Oh yeah, and wanted to give you that one. So now you regenerate 1% of your health every 6 seconds. That's okay-ish, I think. It's not amazing, but until we get something better, it'll have to do. He has these things that push up his law and all that. Right, so what I wanted to upgrade is firstly my Staff of Hours. If we ever needed to do some damage, it's gonna cost me 13 bronze ingots, but that's how it goes. I think that's gonna be the staff that I'm gonna keep until the end of the game. And then Siren, I do want to upgrade your staff, and we're missing some bronze ingots. That's a bit of a shame, but we're gonna get there. We might be able to buy some bronze ingots somewhere. And then we definitely have to upgrade your headpiece. We don't have enough hides for it though, so we gotta sort of wait until we get more of them. But yeah, I wanna upgrade the headpiece. But with the staff improved, that's pretty nifty. I'm not gonna upgrade her staff. I don't really have the bronze ingots for it, so we gotta wait for it. That one is already a masterwork, so we don't have to. That's fine, but that one could actually be improved one more. Yeah, shame. We're gonna do that. We're gonna upgrade that one to the max. I'm just upgrading that one for Siren because it increases her performance skill, and that is definitely what we want. Right, now we're done here. We're gonna make one more quick trip into the Ocean Spire to upgrade Siren's law if we can. And then we'll make our way to Tunon's court and see what he has to say. Sage Garrus, how's it going? What's the status of your research? Okay, he's made some progress. We just gained 2 scrolls. Okay then. These guys are still busy researching. The sad thing is that I won't be able to wait until the Hierarch's robes are done, because it says here progress on Hierarch's robes cannot begin until Drak earns experience. That's a bit shitty, so it's preventing me from actually getting anywhere. I think I might have just to earn a little bit of experience. But still, it's a problem. Now, where's our law teacher? Was it you? I think so. I think it was Fila. Like to train. Yeah, law on Siren. Yep, it works. So let's go for it. As much law as we can give her. None of the others can train anymore, but she can, so that's good. That brought her up a little bit in terms of the whole skill and all that. Oh, what's happened? Oh, she doesn't have the Spire Rest bonus anymore. Well, we definitely have to deal with that before we march out. So let's go to the Mountain Spire. Accept. Wonder why she lost that. I mean, she was already in the spire. Now, we're just going to rest 8 hours, and then we're going to move to Tunon's court. See what he has to say. And then I think we're going to confront the voices of Nerat. I'm just thinking that it's going to piss Nerat the hell off if he sees that I have Siren with me. Which is exactly what I want. I want him as pissed off as possible. Okay, so show me what you have for sale. Did you get anything new? Not yet. I might have to do that off screen, sort of waiting and buying stuff until we got our staffs upgraded. I know that. Maybe I should have done that off camera, but on the other hand, I can always do that in front of the next episode, in between this one and the next episode. Could sort of rest inventory as well and take care of that. So let's see what Tunon has to say. Oh yeah, we still got Bleden Mark over here. I thought he would be out in the world looking at people. Let's see what he has to say. Hello. There's a reason you're gaping at me like I just got it, you kid. Or do you just like to stand around and stare? That bracer you're wearing is rather eye-catchy. Eye-catching? I bet you're thinking something like it'd look even better on you, right, kid? This? He waves his arm left in the air, examining the blacker-than-black bracer. The strapping armlet that appears simultaneously solid as obsidian and diaphanous as a sigh. Almost a living, pulsing thing. That be my binding of shadows. Want it? You just give it to me? Why? Try it on and find out. He grins, teeth stark, flat and white. I like you, kid. I wouldn't steer you wrong. Okay, hand it over. Okay, with a gruff grunt and some difficulty, he ratchets the bracer off. So it is solid after all, and tosses it to you one-handed. Careful with it, he warns when you accept the gift. Not only weapons can be double-edged swords. Okay, we acquired the Binding of Shadows. What is that? Binding of Shadows gives us Shade Skin. Minus 10% all damage taken. And gives us the artifact ability Shadow's Embrace. Shift into a shadow version of yourself, where in this form deal bonus arcane damage with each attack and gain bonus damage reduction. These effects scale with Binding of Shadows Renown. This bracer, once worn by Bleden Mark, is made of an unfamiliar substance, part velvet soft darkness and part hardened insect chitin. It is said that the darkness is more oppressive when an Archon of Shadows walks the face of Territus. The magic stemming from his power draws on the substance of shadows with an air of welcome and invitation, treating the dark less as something more than an arcane force. As such, I think there's something missing. Less as XYZ and something more than an arcane force. As such, a bracer that allows the wearer to embody their darker self has overtones of danger and risk. Just looking at it too closely causes your vision to swim and sends a wave of nausea rolling through your gut. Okay, that's pretty nifty. I mean, it is a heavy armor, so it's gonna push up our recovery time.
Yeah, I'll just hold on to this.
But it is definitely very nice. Shade Skin, minus 10% all damage taken. That's super powerful. Yeah, I think I'm gonna keep that on me. Now I have a Masterwork light armor thing. I could give it to him. The thing is, that's in range of 6 meters on weapon crit. How much is he gonna use his weapon? I'm not sure. I haven't really been using this stuff all that much. These guys already have good things. I think I'm just gonna give it to you for now. Give your hands, your gloves into the box. Okay, so that's fine. I'm gonna save it. We're back at Tunon's court. I wish that there was more interaction inside the court, actually. It's a bit of a shame that we're not that often in the area. Let's see if our fellow Fatebinders have something to say. Hello. We speak again. So let us speak genuinely and at the length with one another. Okay, what matters have you to discuss? Okay, he's not gonna say anything. I guess there's no real dialogue to be had. Oh yeah, I actually haven't really changed our setup. I think I want Sirin to be in the middle. I'm gonna put myself up front because I am a little bit better off in terms of survivability, I think, with my staff that sort of lets me dodge and stuff, and my gauntlets. Oh yeah, and we got the artifact now. Let's have a look. Binding of Shadows. Equipped a powerful artifact. Plus 20% arcane damage on hit. That's a 1 per rest ability, which doesn't say that we shouldn't use it, actually. It's pretty cool. Yeah, alright, well then. Let's see if I can piss these guys off by showing that I have Sirin around. No, cutting down the enemy can be fun, but bringing them into the fold is more satisfying. Ignores you with a stern and distant expression. A curious man, this Tunon. Age has not made him as nihilistic as the voices of Horath. Yeah, I don't think anyone will ever top the voices. The voices of Horath are just crazy. Just crazy. Nearly as crazy as going into battle with 4 mages only. Right, okay, hello. You return as summoned, despite the weight of responsibility on your shoulders. The court appreciates your devotion to our good work. It should come as no surprise that your activities are closely monitored. As an extension of Kairos' law in the frontier, your progress is a topic of some interest. Tunon pauses to regard you with an intense stare. I sent you on a mission to bring order to the chaos of the civil war. Not enough time has passed for me to expect any significant progress, but I'm curious about your findings all the same. I want to make sure your time outside of the court's shadow is being used effectively. I understand that you've made a name for yourself in the ranks of the disfavored. Good. With the confidence of his soldiers, you should have no trouble rooting out corruption or chaos in Graven Ash's elite legion. I'm happy to be an asset to Kairos' forces and to pull chaos out by the root. For now. That is all this court has ever demanded of you. You do well to recall your duties with such exacting precision. You have spent some time on your own reconnaissance. The efforts of our military and the challenges they face should be no mystery to you. Tell me, are you any closer to determining which of the Archons is at fault for the troubles of the campaign? There's no question the voices of Horath is guilty of inciting chaos. Interesting. On what grounds do you make this claim? Okay, we've got a bunch of options here. You gave the disfavored battle plans to the stalwart defenders. Wanted the forge-bound master taken from Lethian's crossing. You smuggled iron weapons to the Vendrian Guard. You sought to claim the silent archives. I think I'm gonna go with that one. That seems to sort of sum up all the rest of them. Well, just look at him. He's terrifying. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, he took every opportunity to provoke Graven Ash. He baited the civil war into happening. I suspected as much, though what the Archon of Secrets thinks he can gain from inciting such a conflict is anyone's guess. I look forward to receiving your full report. I will summon you again at the appropriate time. If there's nothing further, you're dismissed. Some questions. Yeah, okay. I have no more questions. Then be on your way. Alrighty, alrighty. That's how it goes. I thought we would have been able to say something more about all this stuff, but I guess not. I guess not. So, the question is, where do we go from here? Should we go to this place? I think that is where the disfavored army is. Jagged Moor is a well-trafficked area, close to the outskirts of the region and a short distance from the region's few settlements. Beastmen have been fascinating with the area since Cairn's fall, and the formation of the Stone Sea, believing the unusual rock formations to be tied to the dire Archon they revere. The heavy human presence here has driven them off, which has only increased tensions between them and the local settlers. Halfgate, an otherwise unremarkable pit stop that marked the eastern border of the Great Stone Plains. Due to the Stone Sea's great quakes, the village of Plainsgate was bisected, half of its buildings falling deep into the cavern below. From that point forward, it was known as Halfgate. I'm not sure why I got that one, but since they seem to be in sort of an order, first Jagged Moor Shrine, then Halfgate, we might just make our way into the Jagged Moor Shrine now. And see what's going to happen there. That looks interesting. All that crystal stuff. What? The Hyrox robes have been completed. Really? It did. Quest update. The tiers will shake. With 2 areas of the tiers under disfavored control, Graven Ash has decided that the time is right to press forward into the Stone Sea. Okay, meet with 2 disfavored operatives. But, I mean, the Hyrox robes are done. We definitely have to return to the forge. So, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. Goodbye. I just didn't mean it like that. I came and then I went back home. Definitely need the Hyrox robes though for my character. That's just how it has to be. And we definitely want to build some more of the artifacts as well. Hello. The forge fires burn bright, Fatebinder. Waldo's bows low before you. How may I serve you? Have you completed forging an item for me? Your recruits have been hard at work. Let me show what they've done. Okay, so we gain an iron ingot, a bronze ingot, and we gain the Hyrox robes. It's only of common quality, so we'll definitely have to sort of get more leather to upgrade it. It's worse than the Scarlet Fury thing that I have, but it gives me plus 10 to all magical skills and the aspect of nightmares. Draw forth the form of a horrifying mask of energy. All enemies within a cone become terrified. Yep, that's pretty nifty. I'm gonna take it. I acquired Hyrox robes. How is my power now? Yeah, it's nearing the end of the bar. Nice one. So let's put them on. Where are they? Hello. Over here. Oh yeah, they're just normal, even though they are an artifact. So let's put them on. I mean, that thing is pretty useful, that Scarlet Fury armor. I could just give that to Sirin to make her better protected. I think I will, in fact. Looks interesting on her, but that's just how it goes. Yeah, and I think I gave her the mirrored stompers at one point, didn't I? Iron Greaves, mirrored stompers with the spell reflection. Reflect 10% of incoming hostile spells back to their casters. These are pretty nice. If I were to give them to her, it will push up her recovery time to 2.3 seconds, which is a bit, but it's not horrible. Yeah, I gained all the an increase to all magical skills, I guess. So what do we get? Spire Rest bonus, Hyrox robes, Silent Archive, Spire Rest bonus, Elixir of Wits. Yeah, very good. It didn't push up my lore, because I guess that is not a magical skill directly. But yeah, it does something for us. And all the other things will do more damage and will be more useful. Now I do have to gather some leather if I want. Would I be able to forge that a second time? Can I forge more of the Hyrox? Doesn't look like it. So each of these is usable just once. Leather plus 10% perception distance, 2 trap detection, shadow stride. Yeah, that's not what we want. There's a bunch of stuff that could be useful though. The Simplicity staff is also pretty nice. +5 to all magic skills. That's super useful. I'm not sure that we want it though. We do have the Deathbringer. One-handed axe, two-handed axe. Do we want an axe? On weapon crit, target loses vitality. Scythe of Years. Damage all enemies in a cone, ignoring their armor. Oh, and I do seem to need an obsidian fragment. I don't think we have that one, so I guess that's not happening. What I do want is the Alchemist's Gloves, though. I don't have enough material, so I will sort of gather that behind the scenes. And yeah, just upgrade all our stuff, and then we'll basically meet when I go back to the Stone Sea. That's what we're gonna do in the next episode. Have a look at it, and then the maximum magical madness can actually begin. Hope you join me for that. If you liked the episode, please leave a like. If you didn't, tell me why in the comments so I can improve. And we see you next time in the Stone Sea. Thanks. Bye bye.